So this is no live stream. We are showing my skips world record I set maybe 1 week ago when I was practicing. Okay, so I got the spike shell, which is necessary to do the second shortcut. So Flippy did well on the live speedrun. I didn't get the spike shell. And land into the tunnel. Let's do it in the best case. Had to prevent spinning out there. So this was a solid run. Not the best time, you can maybe cut 1 or 2 more seconds off. Yeah, no shortcuts possible obviously here on MooMoo Farm. You just want to drive cleanly, avoiding all the moles and managing to get a good line and MTs over all the bumps. Going for the inside here of course, but not here. It was defense play, the safe route. So I messed up here, but had a bit luck. Was lucky not to be hit by a mole. A bit lucky again, but a nice line. So 112 is a good time. You can maybe go 2 seconds faster, even more if you have a shroom. But yeah, you should also always consider a good run by no shrooms, comparing it to a no shroom run. So I screwed it up here. The first tracks weren't that clean, but I did better later in the run. So that's what you're looking for, good RNG with a shroom. This is the best spot in my opinion to use it. And I was lucky to have another one. Another spin out, but yeah, I didn't lose much time here, and the 2 shrooms saved some time as well. So now the first RNG based track comes up, Calamari Desert, where you need a star to do the shortcut in the tunnel, the lap skip, and you want to get it as quickly as possible. So to increase your chances to get the star, you actually drive back to get in last place. I didn't get it on the first try. I didn't get it on the second, but I had some red shells. So you can do some additional stuff here. Speedrunners, of course, know. It's not only possible to do a shortcut with a star, also with the red shells. I fired them and they will wait for me. Now I use the star to do the first lap skip. Wait a bit, not to unskip the lap, and then go back to the place where the red shells are. I already skipped the lap, and now I've got 2 red shells and carefully drive at the edge of one, not to destroy the other one, which can happen. So I've got one red shell left for the last lap. So I didn't drive the normal track at all. I just take the first long left turn and turn to the tunnel to shorten the track. And the red shell still is waiting here because I shot it in first place. And that was the first cup. Okay, another difficult shortcut here. More skill based. You don't need any item for that. Just good timing. So you first get stuck into the guardrail here. And Lucky 2 can't put you up immediately for 1 or 2 seconds and you can jump through the wall. Directly into the road is very important to skip the second and third lap. No, to get a shortcut rather. So everything what you have to do now is to get stuck in the guardrail another time on the second and third lap. The truck is a bit in the way here. So I had some bad lucky with Luigi. But I immediately skipped half a lap. Not the easiest driving here to avoid the traffic a bit. At least the free space here for the third lap for the beginning. And the white car almost got me. Sometimes you are placed behind it or even inside. That's bad luck. But it was fast enough to get in front of it. So that was a pretty good towards Turnpike. The next track is very short. You do 3 lap skips and don't drive normally on the road. So as the most people of you may know, you go back to the wooden bridge and leave the track where the bridge meets the snow without touching the actual road. So yeah, will be put back on the bridge by Lucky 2. And that's very common among time trial players. So that's it already. Very short run. Yeah, the next track is different. I don't do the first shortcut. You may know from Flippy or from Back Apney, because I'm too bad at it. And I've got a decent backup shortcut, which is not very not slower, not very much slower. I mean, this one. So it's faster than to do it at the end of the wall. Maybe lose 2 seconds per lap compared to the fastest method. I failed it on the second lap, but did it here. It's very difficult to do a 3 out of 3 run. That rarely happens. And I did it on the third lap. So it's a pretty solid time, 1:19. I can't do much faster with this kind of shortcut. So the next track is also dependent on the RNG. You want to get a shroom, ideally a triple shroom, but that's not possible in first place if I remember correctly, or unlikely at least. So a single shroom is your only chance to have a go at the shortcut here at the wall jump. And I had it. And I almost crashed, but just made it over. Fall down on the other side. So far so good, but prepare for something else now. Because a skips run never is clean or totally clean, and not full of successful runs. There are always some mistakes in it. So it's still improvable, as you can see here. That's bad luck, because Lucky 2 puts you back here and you don't do the shortcut. Yeah, I had some trouble going over here. It looks easy, but it isn't. This one is actually more difficult. At least for me. This one really annoyed me, because the lap didn't skip. I was actually going half a lap behind, half a lap back. So I had to do it again. And guess what? It happened again. Half a lap back again. So I lost very much time. That was at least good. Yeah, I'm not good at the first one. Okay, so Sherbetland now, which is a track without any shortcuts. Flippy was asking me about the Warrior Stadium shortcut, why I go for the jump more to the right, which can be a bit more efficient, but just by a fraction of a second when you cross the line in the air. I guess that's just old habits from time trial. Yeah, so this was a clean one, and I also had a shroom to save some tens. So now Royal Raceway, which is full of shortcuts. You do 6 shortcuts in total, 2 per lap. And I missed the start boost. So that's the first one, which teleports you to the ramp, and is more difficult than the second one. You have enough speed here on 150cc to reach the other side of the road, of the track. It doesn't save that much time compared to normal driving, the second shortcut. But yeah, the CPUs tend to put down bananas after the big jump. So to avoid that, it's actually better, in my opinion, to do the second shortcut as well. And I guess it's part of the Skips world record of a normal run, right? The second SC. Do you normally do it? The second shortcut? Yeah. Yeah, maybe I remember back Ebony was going for it. Yeah. So I had a shroom on top. And I kept it until the last turn. So as you can see, the last lap was a bit faster. Shroom saved some tens. Next was Bowser's Castle, which is very tricky on 150cc. You have to avoid all the thworms and handle them on top speed. Got a little wall hack here. Flip the wall to get a sharper angle. You can't turn that sharply normally. So I don't put down all the bananas here to get some lag reduction. The thworms can cause some lag. And yeah, the CPU trolled me with the banana here. if I remember correctly, I was a bit behind the world record splits at this point. And yeah, had to do well on the last cup, which is full of shortcuts, at least on the 3 tracks, except Benji Boardwalk. So you won't see much of the DK track, because there is a lap skip here to do. I always use this spot, which is a common one, to line up the cave jump. Took me some time for the second lineup. So 3 out of 3. The good time is around 39 seconds. I needed 41. Yeah, and now comes the point at which every speedrunner hopes for the triple shroom on Yoshi Valley. You can do such a good run, no mistake, but then you have to pray for the triple shroom here. Otherwise the run is lost. So what I try now is to get back to 5th or 6th place and then stop the item, because the highest chances at 5th and 6th place to get the triple shroom. So this is the point where you can panic, because you had the luck of the triple shroom. Luckily I didn't panic. I kept myself together. But I was still behind the world record splits. So this was pretty much the max. And I exactly remember that I was 5.6 seconds behind the world record splits now. So I had still to go full risk on the next 2 tracks. You basically try here to avoid slipping over bananas, which are often placed in front of the bat house. I immediately used the shroom to have the chance to get another one on the final lap, because I had to hurry up and save some time. Yeah, I was still several seconds behind. So that went very well, and I was 2.8 seconds behind still now. Yeah, and there's a lot of time to gain or lose on the last track, because you first do the normal shortcut, and yeah, then hope for green shells, which are likely in first place, and do the green shell skip. Flippy just demonstrated very well on the skips run here. So this was a cracking moment. I did the shortcut barely. To remind you of the former world record time, it was 28 minutes, 24.97. Even if Beck Ebney stopped the time manually with maybe a bit inaccurate timing, it's still faster, this run here. So I didn't put the hundredths of a second into my splits program, just rounded up to tenths of a second. I still had no green shell here, so I needed a bit RNG luck. Finally had the green shell and had to hurry up now. So that's the first one, and I was lucky enough after some bad RNG to have the second green, in a row. So only half a minute left, and I needed to do another lap skip. Yeah, and now I wasn't sure if it's enough. Time is running out. Honestly, I thought that I would miss the world record by some tenths of a second, but luckily I got it. So the time was 28:24.1. Thanks for watching. So here's the exact split.